Welcome back. Now, my next guest needs no introduction, but he shall get one. He is among the most principled and courageous writers and thinkers in the world today, with a moral clarity and command of language that is unmatched, as this Al Jazeera journalist found out last week.
It is internationally recognised.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
I want to move on.
That's your view. Hang on, that's your view, and I have to correct your view.
Our views
I
differ.
have to correct. No, it doesn't. The facts, our views might differ, but the facts are the facts, and I want to pick you up on something you just did.
I'm interviewing you.
I know, but
Yes.
I think you're uninformed.
No.
So let me just.
Hardly.
So let me. You are uninformed
Oh,
because
really?
first of all,
Yes.
you didn't say that Egypt is blockading Gaza. Secondly, you claim that Israel...
I'm talking about Israel here, and I want to move.
It's very convenient for
this.
you to mention Israel because you've clearly got an animus here.
Every time there would be a peace agreement, settlements would pop up, and that's why we are where we are today.
No, it's not.
So let's try and move on.
No,
let's try and move on.
It's not at all where we are.
Hang on. We're not achieving anything here, so let's try and move on.
No.
Let's try and move on.
No, it's very, because you just did it again. You just threw in another false fact. We are not where we are today because of settlements in the West Bank that are disputed. That's not why Hamas broke out of Gaza on the 7th of October and massacred people in their homes.
As
that's
we know,
that's
Hamas
not
got
because of the West
Israeli
Bank, and you well know it. You well know that.
Douglas Murray, so good to have you back in the studio. Did you not take pity on that woman? I've got to say, she was smug, certainly uninformed, but wow, the way you humbled her, it was...
Well,
even I felt a little bit sorry for her at the end.
no, I mean, you tend to go into an interview like that. It was in South Africa, in Johannesburg. You tend to go in sort of, with goodwill, assuming that the interviewer is hoping to get something interesting out of you and that, they do so. And occasionally you go in and you discover, this person is here to slay a dragon. And the whole thing changes. I did discover afterwards something I wish I'd known before, which was when she said that she had lived in the region. I remember thinking there's something strange about that. And then, of course, it turned out she'd worked for Al Jazeera, which means she'd lived in Doha. And even on a very clear day from Doha, you can't see Gaza, but it was a Palin-esque claim by her.
Yeah, in the region. Yeah, that's always...
The region.
Red flags go off. Now, you have arrived in this country and been met with protests. We're normally a welcoming lot, but you've had the usual far-left suspects very much agitated. They've labelled you right-wing, a racist, a supporter of genocide. Let's have a look at some of the chants we're seeing accusing you of supporting genocide.
Gosh.
Douglas Murray, you can't hide, you're supporting genocide. Douglas Murray, you can't hide, you're supporting genocide. Turn the world.
Douglas Murray, you can't hide, you're supporting genocide. What is your response to that very learned criticism?
First of all, I don't feel like I'm hiding, Rita. I mean, it's amazing. This only happened in Sydney, by the way. I did 2 shows at the Enmore Theatre on Sunday. And these protesters showed up, a small group of malcontents showed up on the afternoon. I'm not sure why they didn't do the evening shift. It's possible they didn't know about it. It's possible they slept in, or actually some of them moved on to the port in Sydney where they promptly got arrested. So it was a great day for them. Somebody actually, it was very, very funny. One of them actually sort of tweeted something like, a very important day standing outside the Enmore shouting at Douglas Murray. I was like, that's not a very good day.
No.
I mean, I think that's a kind of a waste of a day, not least because I could not hear them. It made no difference to me. Thousands of very, very nice, clever, informed, good Sydney residents all paid to come and join me for the day in 2 shows. And they weren't intimidated by these people either. I mean, it's really pathetic. And I never want that to sort of overshadow anything else. I've spoken this past week in Perth, in Adelaide, in Brisbane, and we've had wonderful audiences. And it was the same on Sunday. You always get a few of these people who just scream and shout and think they're going to change the world, but they don't. They don't change my mind. They don't change the audience's mind. In fact, they just annoy audience members. And of course, I mean, this thing about genocide, it's such a smear and a libel. I mean, there is no genocide in Gaza. I support the efforts of the IDF to get the hostages back. And if these people, by the way, if they, I mean, they're such geniuses, so they know how to spend their weekends in Sydney hollering. If they're such geniuses, they should really come up with an alternative plan for the IDF to get back the children and women and men who are still in Hamas captivity, and do so with a smaller body count than the one the IDF is currently seeing. And I bet these people don't have that. They think they have all the answers, but they don't.